Hello. Today I was taking a break from making the game so that I can rest before working on the boss on day 63 and day 64, and so I can have a chance to gather some more feedback about the demo. As for mobile controls, unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to make it as I don't plan for Box Factory to go on mobile. My plan is just for it to be on Steam with keyboard and mouse. Anyway, today I worked on something different. And while this will probably be the only day I show it on this channel, I just wanted to make sure you knew that I was working on other projects as well. And so, I have started writing a book. I've written 4 pages so far for the prologue, and I think it's moving along great. So anyway, writing a book has always been a dream of mine, so I wanted to read out what I've read so far. And this will be the only time I read out any extract from my book on this channel. Anyway, so here we have prologue. Moonlit air rippled like smoke across the winding cobblestone road of Saltergate. Of course, the standard human term for this is fog, but Seros Weavyab was not a standard human. His patent leather shoe rubbed his heel raw as he wandered down the path, craning his neck to commit every detail of the painting above him to memory, in case he lost it forever. No, he would not. Could not go back there. 15 years, he muttered to nobody in particular, as the vivid colours danced above him. 15 years too many. Normally, staring at the ground, especially in uncharted territory, would be Seros's source of comfort. Having something beneath him allowed some self-confidence and control to seep back into his veins. But this was an exception. The artwork was above him, and it deserved infinitely more respect than the metal panels from earlier. Seros's eyes fixed upon a mouldy piece of cheese suspended at the painting's center. It looks like something Chef made. A few of the memories he was trying to replace came back to him. More than a few. Squid guts, cow eyes, rabbit feet. As for the memory swirled faster. For a moment, Seros forgot where he was, and his shoe caught in a gap between the stones, and he flung out his hands just in time to stop the fall before his head cracked. A sharp gasp escaped his lips. He regained his balance and dusted off his suit before inspecting his bloodied hands. Right, this world is dangerous too. Seros lowered his head and continued his journey down the road. Forward is the only option. For the first time, he began to notice just how empty everything was, and not in a good way. There was the road and the heavens above, but darkness filled the rest, like a chamber with no end. What was in the darkness? He really did not want to give home any praise, but at least he had known where everything was, and even what everything was. Crack! The sound of something shattering. Seros's head spun around, looking behind for the first time. Was he being watched? Was he being followed? He broke into a sprint, running from his fears, before his body slammed into a wall. No hands to protect him this time. The force pushed him onto the ground for a second time. Seros glared down to see not cobblestones, but mud beneath his bloodied hands. I meant to be above you, he thought. The sticky substance painted his suit brown. Washing it would be painful. Could he even wash it? He looked up, expecting hope, only to see leaves concealing his precious artwork. He had hit a tree. Well, at least if he was captured, it wouldn't be his fault. Hey, losers! He yelled as loud as he could. I'm a sitting duck. Take me back and put me on the fire for double time. Why don't you? He looked around for movement or any response and saw none. Fine. They want to play the waiting game? I can wait. His brow creased in anger. An hour passed. Seros spent the time in the mud recollecting his thoughts. Maybe no one was there. For a while now he had considered getting out of the mud, since he didn't think that his plan was working, but every time the thought crossed his mind, he procrastinated, just for a little bit longer. Getting out of the mud meant experiencing the unknown again, new problems, such as washing his suit. Just as he could procrastinate no longer and was about to stand, a shadow moved in the distance. In a situation such as this, the human brain is wired to either fight, flight, or freeze. Of course, when you're in the embarrassing and incapacitating condition of being up to your knees in mud. Freezing is the most likely one that you will pick. Saroswev lost all thought control and immediately froze. The original plan was to drag whatever minion the duck sent after him into the mud and trade punches from there. Now that the shadow was here, well, that was different. The shadow was getting closer, and closer, and closer. Out from the darkness emerged a fat man. Saros rapidly inspected him and breathed a sigh of relief, not someone who wanted to bring him back. His head cleared, Saros allowed a rush of emotions in. First of all, dread. Were they here to kill him? Second of all, uneasiness. His first encounter in the outside world. He had no idea what this human's motivations were. Third of all, a small splash of excitement. If they could have become friends, he could help him and have intelligent conversations, the first he would have in his life. The man tilted their head and snorted. What are you doing there? Taking a bath? Saros wasn't able to decide if they were going to kill him yet. Presumably they were extracting information, then killing him. I didn't mean to end up here, sir. What are you doing here? There, not too revealing, with an attempt to find out what this man is trying to achieve. The man crossed his eyes and snorted. I'm looking for me beer. Vintner, 1842. Worth a fortune. That fool Preston chucked it over Soutergate's walls. Been searching for over an hour. Saros could almost feel himself laughing. Not only was he clearly not going to die, but that shattering noise he heard earlier now had an answer. Anyway, that's what I've written in my book so far. And that will be the only time I read the book on my channel. So anyway, I'm going to be working on the boss on day 63 and day 64, and level design as well. So those are my goals. And once I get that done, the platforming aspect of Zone 1 will be done, which is crazy to think about. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.